Now, you might be wondering, why do I need to give my customer their transaction slip? This is to ensure the customer 100% satisfaction and to make sure that you get their money and they're completely satisfied with their product without having to come back or get any complaints. So at the end of the day, you get their money and they get what they paid for. Now, I'm not here to BS you or waste your time, so let's get straight into it. The first step you're going to want to do is go in the description below and click the first link that I put. It's going to be a link to Temu, and it's going to show you the receipt printer that you need to get. If you don't want that one, there are many different ones you could get on apps such as Amazon, eBay, or etc., or even find in stores like at Walmart. It's called the 80mm receipt printer, or just 80mm receipt printer. This is just a $40 investment. The receipt does come with the receipt paper itself, but I advise you just get an extra pack on the side just to make sure you have extra. I'll also be leaving the receipt paper packet in the description below. I advise you just get extra. It's good to have on hand just because once you start, you're not going to want to stop. And once you run out of paper, it's going to get annoying and hectic, so it's best to just have a lot on deck. And as stated before, this is all for entertainment purposes and this is all just props. I do not own nor do I condone this type of activity. This is all just for entertainment. I advise you use a Windows or HP laptop for this. It is more compatible. It will just save time and be more efficient and speed with the process for you. You can also use a MacBook, but you may need an adapter because from my knowledge, the wireless settings is not working right now. So it's best that you have an HP laptop, but it is still compatible with MacBook. Now, once your bad boy printer comes in, it's time to make money for your restaurant. So you're gonna go and open it up, and it's gonna have this instructional sheet inside. This is going to be the most useless and hardest instructional sheet you will ever use once you get this package. It is just so useless. It's hard to understand. There's incomplete instructions on it, and it's just not up to date. So I'm here to help with that. It also comes with this receipt right here. It may or may not be useful to some of you because it does have some information on it about the receipt if you want to put it in, like the USB class, etc., the Ethernet, server ports, all of that, IP address, and yeah, but we're not really worried about this. Let's get focused on what's inside. When you open it up, you got your receipt printer and you got 2 wire ports. So let's go ahead and take these out. Now, if you're a bit brain dead and don't know what to do, when you first have this unboxed, I'm going to show you. On the side, you have a little button right here. You can pull this, and it will open up the receipt printer. It will come with some paper inside. This is my own paper that I have, but it should have a roll. This one, if you buy it off the link I put in the description below, it should have a roll of receipt paper that comes with it, so you don't have to worry about it. But like I said, in the long run, you will need some extra, so it's good to have it on hand. Now, please don't click off this video thinking you know everything, because you don't. I'm just trying to save you some time because just to let you know, this receipt printer will make some noise. Now, unfortunately, some of you don't have a brain, so I will have to do this step by step like a teacher's teaching a student. So first, you're going to want to pull the first cord, this one that has the box on it, with this port right here. And you're going to put it all the way in the DC port, all the way to the far right here. Just plug it in. Now, you're going to want to take the second cord, the one that has the HDMI port, and you're going to plug this end all the way into the one on the far left, right here, the white one, the one that says USB. Alright, so once you go to that website, it should take you to a link like this. This will be the WinRAR website to download the receipt printer and hook it up and have it just connected to your laptop and have it paired. So if we go to this link right here, it will open this up right here. It's gonna ask a little question on the side to download WinRAR. You don't have to do all of that extra stuff. Go to 800mm thermal printer. Now for this part, I can't really previously pull up what I did before because I already completed the setup. But from now on, these will be on the manual. It should look something like this. It will have the download pop-up, so just run everything. If you go through the manual from this part on, it should be pretty basic. And if you're still having trouble or you're confused with this part, you can message me in my Discord server, which I will also leave the link to down below. But basically, it will ask you to run the setup, accept the terms of services and stuff like that. Just go through it, click next. It shows you everything. Yeah, and then once the download is complete, it's gonna ask you to run a test print. And when you run the test print, the receipt should look something like this. This is how the test paper will look, and once this prints out, that's how you know the setup is complete. But before you do that, you have to hook up the thermal receipt printer to your laptop first, which is what we're going to get into. Now for this part, I'm going to really need you guys to pay attention. So what you're going to want to do is open the thermal receipt printer, and you're going to want to put the paper in before you plug anything in. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm saving you guys. If you just go ahead and plug this in without having the paper in, it's going to make a very annoying noise, and it's going to disturb you and your family and stuff like that. And it's like really loud and absurd. So the best thing to do is just put the receipt paper in first before you plug in anything, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Now what you're going to want to do is take the roll of the receipt paper and put it inside, making sure you have the smooth side facing towards you and the rough side facing towards the inside. So remember, the smooth part is on the outer and the rough side is on the inner, and then just put it in the receipt. There's nothing to hold, none of that, just put it inside, just like that. Then all you have to do is close it. Once you close it, it's ready. Now you can plug it in. So now you know you've done it correctly when the blue light pops up, and that's how you know everything is working and it's set up. And like I said, if you still need help, my Discord will be in the description below. Now you can take the HDMI cord and plug it inside of your laptop. And this is the noise you should hear when you know it's connected. So now you're gonna go and take off the extra piece of paper and just throw it away. You don't need this piece. And here's an example of what happens if you don't put the paper in before you turn it on. This is what's gonna happen, and it's gonna be non-stop until you close the printer. It just sounds like a damn toaster, and it just gets annoying after a while. So I advise you put the paper in first. Now on to the fun part. Now the part that you've all been waiting for is getting to the printing. Usually on my server, I'll charge $20 for you to get the physical receipt generators. But right now I'm doing a partnership with the server Stockx, which I'll leave in the description below for free, where you can go and purchase the receipt generator for only $22 of a lifetime, or you can do different payment methods as daily, weekly, etc. and so forth. But I advise you only buy the lifetime receipt generator, because you get unlimited access to the physical receipt generators, and it's just better to have it on hand at all times instead of repetitively paying, which is why I believe you should just buy the lifetime. I will leave that server also in the description below. But let's get to the printing part. And now, once you're on your template to print your physical receipts for your customers, for your restaurant, all you're going to want to do is go to print right here. Then it will take you to a new tab. Then all you're going to want to do is press the print button again. And here's what you don't want to do. A mistake that I made the first time was doing fit to paper. This is exactly what's going to happen if you use the scale and use fit to paper. You're just going to waste a bunch of unnecessary paper, and that's just going to be hurtful for you because you'll be wasting money and paper. So don't use fit to paper when you're printing out. Now, I would say the best scale to use is the default, only because when you print it out, you don't want to be wasting paper like I showed in the last clip. The only problem with this one is that, as you can see, the receipt gets cut off a little bit, but we're still in the works of fixing it. So if I go to print right here, you now have a full receipt ready to use for your restaurant. And now all you have to do is get your food, get your receipt, stick it all together, and serve it to your customers, and hopefully get a 5-star review for your restaurant and have good meals. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section down below. And in the description, I will also be leaving my Discord if you want to join my community. Right now, I only have 10 people on my server, and I'm just trying to build it up and network. I'm also trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could please subscribe, that would help me out a lot. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.